holiday magic.
Look around at something you like to see, something that makes you happy and full of glee. Anything from a light to a big tall tree makes you happy and makes you believe. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh.
Welcome to the 23rd annual An Evening of Holiday Magic. I can't believe it's been 23 years. I'm so excited, though, actually, to keep it going and to know it's continuing to be helping kids and bring smiles to the kids in the hospital. This year, we have already distributed 5,000 Care packages, we call them now, with the CD recording and the coloring books with the activity book and coloring book combined and the crayons in there. And I'm just really excited to see those go out to the kids and hear how they go with that. The evening tonight is all about the CD release, celebrating the talent who so graciously and generously gave me their songs and their stories and their voices, and the Jeffrey and Santa, I always get turned up, the Jeffrey and Santa tale and the professional voice talent like Jim Alberger, who's holding the camera right now, are so generous to give me this amazing talent and let me put it all together and create this CD and add the music to it, and it's just so much work and so much fun. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm thankful, I'm grateful to everybody who's here tonight and everybody who's not here tonight for their support. And hopefully next year, maybe you can get involved. I'd love to have you be a part of it and support us. And there's plenty of ways to volunteer with board member slots, with fundraising, going to see the kids, distributing to the hospitals, many different ways. So if you're interested, look at the website, please get a hold of me, and I'd love to talk to you more about that. We're going to continue to bring more smiles to the kids' faces, and hopefully we can up it from 5,000 this year to even higher. So thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. And just remember to keep the magic.
I've been playing, celebrating people's lives with holiday magic for 13 years now in all kinds of capacities. I call the hospitals each year and make sure they're ready for the gifts that we're sending to the children. I play one of the characters in the story. I'm Trixie the Jersey Reindeer, and a few other things. But I am committed to this event because it's such a gift to the children, but it's also a gift to the people who are giving. So it really doesn't matter which you're doing, giving or receiving. It's a beautiful way of being in love, in the state of love over the holidays. And who needs it more than little kids? And can't you imagine that your gift, maybe of some money or attending an event, brings a smile to a child who is hospitalized over the holidays? That's everything to them. So I hope you'll join us today and every day in being a part of Holiday Magic. Thank you, bless you, and happy holidays.
I'm containing my excitement because as soon as Jeff told me about Holiday Magic, I told him that I needed to be involved. I didn't ask, I just said, let me know what I could do because I'd love to be a part of it. And here we are. This project brought so many people together that I'm really grateful for. I'm newly relocated to San Diego. It was an honor to get to meet Jeff, and that then brought me to meet the man behind the camera and so many more creative folks to do something amazing for kids.
My name is Philip Tanzillo. I've been with the project for 24 years since the beginning. My role has varied from time to time, from being a board member to volunteer on various projects to taking this event off for the first time. I really do appreciate the impact this has on so many folks. I'm also the role of Santa Claus on the sort of the radio show that's been created, and this year I was actually the author of the script as well. So I love the opportunity that a project provides for talent to be heard and seen, but also the impact it has for the kids that are in the hospital that can't be out for the holidays. And it really does have a huge impact, and a lot of times we don't know what that impact is. It's just sometimes we hear about it years later sometimes. So I'm just really grateful to be a part of it.
Hope you're all enjoying yourselves. kisses to everybody. Don't forget the online auction too, because that's a nice way to get a trip to somewhere fabulous for less money than you would pay otherwise. And you're supporting a fabulous cause and these precious children who are in the hospitals when they're hopefully wanting to celebrate holidays instead.
Holiday magic means so many things. So I am actually a teacher. So I work with children on the daily, and there are so many children, of course, from so many different backgrounds, and of course, children also in the hospitals during this time. So I think being able to contribute to any way that you can, like donating here, or just going to the hospital for volunteer work, and just kind of spreading that love, that character of humanity is super important. And I think this organization is really what they do, right, for the kids. Is we're able to donate our time, our energy, the money that we make, and give back to the children that are less fortunate during this holiday season and provide them with smiles throughout the year. And I think that's what the main event is, really giving them the love that they have and need throughout this time. So.
I don't know how many years I've been doing Santa for this organization, Children's Holiday Magic, but every year it's a pleasure and I enjoy doing it. It's a wonderful organization helping children that are in hospital over the holiday period. It's just a wonderful organization to support.
So I've been sponsoring the Holiday Magic for at least 15 years now. The first time I heard about the project, I really believed in it right away. It's really a great way for creative talents all over the country to be featured and bring smile to kids who can't be home for the holidays. So I love giving smiles to people, and I thought this is a very good outlet for that. So I've been, as long as I can sponsor Holiday Magic, I will be here for the project.
So I'm Dr. Evelyn's husband, and so mainly here for moral support, but what I like about Holiday Magic is just, what Jeff and all the volunteers do for children all over the country. It's something that I've never heard about, and it's wonderful for these kids who have such amazing stories, and they're giving everything they can to survive and just take the life they have and make the most of it. And this is something that can help them take their minds off of any type of pain they may have, the prevailing issues, and just enjoy life and be happy. And so it's an honor for Dr. Evelyn and I to sponsor it and just be a part of it.
Thank you everybody for coming tonight. Brief story of how this got started. I know a lot of you, most of you know it, but I was in a class 23 years ago that was asked of me to produce a project that would take on a life of its own, and it would enhance my community. And I was on the radio then. I was on Kick C radio here for several years, and I knew a lot of I knew a lot of talented singers that didn't have an outlet, and they were so good, but they didn't have an outlet because they didn't have a record label. So radio wouldn't play them, which really frustrated me. So I thought, well, let me give them an outlet. At least it's a CD they could be on and be distributed. Number two, I love kids, and I can't imagine being in the hospital at Christmas as a child. So I got involved with Rady Children's and got them to let us come and bring a group of people to sing with the kids and hang out with the kids, and I learned so much. Sorry. The kids are so resilient, and they're so just like, I'd give them a CD and they'd be dancing and happy, and they've got their IV tanks and their oxygen tanks, and they're okay. They're just like in the moment. And that's what I really aspire to do in life, is be more in the moment. And so I wanted to do that, so we distributed the CDs to them. At the time they were CDs, and sang with them and hung out with them. And then it just grew from one hospital to the next hospital, and then suddenly we were at 72 hospitals in 3 countries, doing 10,000. And it just went from there, and then COVID hit, and of course things changed, and we had to rearrange. I mean, the kids first hit, and they said, "What's a CD?" So I'm like, oh, what do I do? So we turned it into the streaming CD, which actually was great because shipping is so darn expensive. So now we don't have to ship them, but we do ship. I wanted to give them something physical to be with and hang out with. And so we gave them the coloring book that you guys have on the tables. There is, by the way, a page on there for you to color your own character, and we might use it next year as the special guest character. So think about that. But anyway, so we distribute that. We send them this year. In fact, yesterday, our printer over here, Todd, took care of printing and shipping for 5,000 across the country. And if you go to the link that's on the front of the coloring book, you'll see this year's CD, and you'll see the track list and all the different singers that are on it, including Lily and some of the voice talents that are in the room. And it's really a fantastic CD. It's mastered by some friends in New York City at Edge Studio, and they add sound effects, and yeah, Nicole knows them. Yeah, there's a fan in the house. Yeah, so it really sounds great. I mean, I think that's why I call it Holiday Magic, a gift for children of all ages, because all of us are children, and all of us will enjoy at least a part of it for sure. So I really I recommend you listen to it if you would, and spread it around. Send it to your families, your kids, your nieces, your nephews, as something fun to do for the holiday. And if you're able or they're able to make a little donation, we'll make sure a child in the hospital gets one and has a smile on their face for the hospital season. What I'm really looking for next year is more help. Taking on a life of its own has been where I've failed. I'm still doing a lot of it. And I really wanted to, one of my biggest fears, and I really try not to live into this, but is that as I was 40 when I started this, I'm 63 now, and I won't be able to do it forever, so I want it to stick around. So, if anybody has interest in taking on a part of it or being involved with it, there's so many different parts of it. I would love to make a documentary about how we do this all for a whole year with the gala, the hikes, the visiting the hospitals, the producing the coloring books, the producing the CD. I get all the tracks from all the voice talents sent to me separately. Most of them don't even know each other, and then and they all donate this. It's just still phenomenal. Some of them are. Nicole is a very famous voice talent in the country, and she donated her voice last year, and her husband for the singing, and some of the others on the CD you hear, like Mark Grau is all the voices of Disneyland. If you go to the Pirates of the Caribbean, that's his voice in there, and yet he's every year, just like you just ask, and I'll give it. And so we produce those, so it's really amazing. I won't go on about that, but if you have an interest in being a part of it, please send me an email or call me and let me know, and we'd love to get this going even more and getting a life of its own. And Mark and Rita, who were in the class with me when we started it, and it's still going, huh? Yeah, you guys haven't aged a bit. But thank you. Let's see, what else am I supposed to say? We have distributed over 210,000 smiles. Wow. Is that amazing? Yeah. That makes me happy.
I believe in miracles. I believe in healing. Miracles come in moments. Be ready, be willing. 'Cause miracles happen to those who believe them. So never, ever stop believing. Everything is a miracle. We're halfway there. These are the days, behold wonder. Faith makes anything possible. Every day is a miracle. Living on a prayer. Believe you can. It's a miracle. Believe you can. It's a miracle. Believe you can. It's a miracle. Believe you can.